What's up, Play Sports Gamer here, and I got a football video for you. It's been a while, but this is possible Trey Lance trades this year that the 49ers will do. I have some teams in mind for this year that are great possibilities for Trey Lance to be traded to. But first, I appreciate a like on this, a subscription if you will, and a comment below on what you think about Trey Lance and that if he's going to get traded this year by the 49ers. First, I'd like to say there's no possible way the 49ers are keeping 3 quarterbacks on their roster at the age of 25 and younger. No way. The 49ers brought in Sam Darnold for a reason, and that reason was to back up. And for previous comments by Kyle Shanahan that he loves Brock Purdy, that Sam Darnold is going to back up Brock Purdy, and they're going to trade away Trey Lance. You can keep this video on file. It's going to be on YouTube. Then you can come back and you can comment below that I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I am 90% sure the 49ers are trading Trey Lance. From comments on the training camp so far this year, that Trey Lance is not doing that great. Sam Darnold is actually passing him on a depth chart. And from my previous videos, I thought Trey Lance has a world of talent. That he's the most dynamic quarterback on the 49ers roster. More dynamic at the time with Jimmy G. And at the end of the year, he's more dynamic than Brock Purdy. But what Brock Purdy has above Trey Lance is accuracy and getting rid of the football in a timely manner that the 49ers are built for. As you can saw from the very limited action that Trey Lance had with the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan really doesn't know how to use them. He used a lot of quarterback draws that really didn't do anything. It really didn't get that many yards. If you really want to look at how to set up plays for a running quarterback, go back in time when Jim Harbaugh was coach and Colin Kaepernick was the quarterback. Go look at the Green Bay playoff game. That's how you set up plays for a running quarterback. Kyle Shanahan really doesn't know how to do that, and it showed on Trey Lance's limited action. So Trey Lance is definitely not built for the 49ers offense. Brock Purdy obviously is built for this offense because Kyle Shanahan used him to perfection towards the end of last season. They were scoring 25 points a game with him at quarterback. Their offense going up and down the field. Along with that defense, that's why they won 10 games in a row. So between the training camp that Trey Lance is not doing that great, that Sam Darnold is outperforming him, to Kyle Shanahan's boast that Brock Purdy is his quarterback when healthy, Trey Lance is going to get traded. I have 3 teams in mind for this year, one of which is the team that he's actually going to get traded to. I'll go in order, to least likely to most likely. Least likely of the 3 teams I have in mind is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They signed Baker Mayfield at quarterback. They really don't have a great backups. They have Kyle Trask and John Wolford as backups to Baker Mayfield. Going by the history, Baker hasn't lived up to the hype. He had a good year at Cleveland, but other than that, he hasn't really performed. He really didn't do well in Carolina when he had a shot. And the Rams, he had that one game with the Rams, but other than that, he really didn't perform. So Tampa is taking a chance on him. They have nothing to lose. They're going to be rebuilding, so they took a chance on Baker Mayfield. But this is a pretty good location for Trey Lance to be traded to. I don't know if the 49ers are not willing to trade him in a conference. Well, at least it's outside the division. So that's my number 3 spot that Trey Lance could be traded to. My number 2 spot, and the ultimate spot for him to go to that would cater to his skills as a quarterback, is the Miami Dolphins. In my Lamar Jackson videos, I really thought he would be going there. I really thought Miami would be the best shot for him to win the Super Bowl. That offense is catered to his skills. I was very surprised that he re-signed with Baltimore. I'm not saying Trey Lance is on the same line as Lamar Jackson. He could be a young Lamar Jackson and year over year have the skills to be the current Lamar Jackson, but this offense is catered to him. He has a good arm. He could throw it deep to Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Right now they have Tua, which is one hit away from ending his career. The backups are Mike White and Skylar Thompson, which are not great backups, Trey Lance would do wonders in this offense. Between running and throwing deep, it would be a dynamic offense with him at the helm. I just wish we saw more of Trey Lance, what he could do. This will go down as the biggest draft bust probably in the history of NFL draft, what 49ers gave up for him, and how many games he's actually played for the 49ers. I'm still shaking my head at what they gave up for him. Anyway, Miami is the dynamic offense that Trey Lance would need to perform. They have the 49ers coach, Mike McDaniel, that he knows what Trey Lance is all about. So he's seen him in practice. And I'm sure Trey Lance would love to go to Miami and play for them. But that is not my number one team that Trey Lance is getting traded to. My number one team, and I really think Trey Lance is getting traded to, maybe late August, maybe September, is Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know if you guys know, but they are sharing training camps together, the Raiders and the 49ers. And the Raiders staff is really going to look at Trey Lance during these practices and scrimmages. There's been articles out there that they really like Trey Lance. They like his skills. Right now they have Jimmy G at quarterback, Brian Hoyer, and Aiden O'Connell. Not great options. Nobody liked when they signed Jimmy G, which is not surprising, as Josh McDaniel seems like he's trying to add as many Patriots on the roster as he can. So it's not a surprise that Jimmy G actually went there. But there are all reports saying his foot is still giving him issues, that he's not completely healthy. And this would be a huge opportunity for Trey Lance to go in day one and be their starting quarterback to start the year. There's not much hope for the Raiders in the regular season to be good. They could be decent, maybe 500. Josh McDaniels, this is probably his last year coaching the Raiders. He's probably going to get fired at the end of the year or even mid-year. The Raiders would be the best opportunity for Trey Lance to go in. And if Jimmy G actually plays to back him up for maybe the first part of the season, then Trey Lance will take over. Or if Jimmy G's foot is not really ready to play, that Trey Lance, if he gets traded for in August, that he could go in day one and be their starting quarterback. So to recap this video, my opinion on least likely would be Tampa Bay. Miami Dolphins would be his best opportunity to succeed in that offense. And 2 is 1 hit away from Trey Lance taking over. But the team I really think he's going to get traded to is Las Vegas Raiders. All eyes in this training camp are going to be on Trey Lance from the Raiders staff. And they're going to make a decision soon whether to go for it and make a trade for him. But the 49ers, there's no way the 49ers are going to have Trey Lance, Sam Darnold, and Brock Purdy on their roster. Maybe in September, early September, because if Brock Purdy is not ready to go, if he's not healed. But 2-3 weeks into September, there's no way. No way. The 49ers are going to cut their losses and trade away Trey Lance. While he might still have value. I had earlier videos that they're going to try to showcase him in a week 1 or week 2 for a trade, and they still might. I am 99.9% sure the 49ers are trading away Trey Lance this year. So let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe and like. Thanks. See ya.